Okay, Gordon here again from A-Team Restoration in Bend, Oregon. If you were here for our first video, you noticed that we had done 1500 wet-dry sanding on the hood and the panel we're working on here on the clear coat. So I'm trying to expedite a few things here and give you as much information as I can, as fast as I possibly can. So the panel I've done has been done in 1500. If you saw in the previous video, we had blocked it, sanded it, made sure it was clean and perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the TriZack system. These little discs are floppy and, you know, they're a sponge finish on them, so they're really soft to the touch. This is an excellent way to get rid of the 1500 scratches. So we introduced 1500 scratches into the system, and we really don't want to see 1500 scratches. So now we're going to take our 2000 TriZack. Actually, in this case, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I'm actually going to 3000 because the surface is relatively, or I should say, really clean, straight, and flat. So I'm not worried about extended issues with the clear on this car. So what we're going to do is, just like we did in previous video, we're going to take our 3M guide coat and we're going to go back over the surface again, just like we did the first time around. We're going to add this as our guide coat so we can see this is going to fall into all the 1500 scratches in the paint. And what we want to do now, like I said before, is eliminate those 1500 scratches. This is a game of scratching. You scratch the paint down to a surface, and then you have to get rid of those scratches, and you have to keep going. It's a never-ending cycle. So we're going to do that. We're going to soak it down like we did before, as you want to get rid of the additional clear coat, or not clear coat, the additional graphite on the paint job. So you're going to go back. Now we're going to get rid of all the extra guide coat. And like I said, just for video purposes, I'll dry it off, so hopefully it shows up a little bit better. I have a lot of light on this car. It helps me see, and it helps it easier to video too. So what you have there is the 3M graphite dry coat, dry guide I should say, is on the paint. And we can see that it's fallen clearly into all the 1500 scratches. There's no doubt that the previous flattening left marks behind. And it may be hard to see, but you can see right on this very edge right here, there's still a little bit of orange peel buildup on the edge. Now the reason that's there, and I didn't take it away, is paint hates sticking to edges. It does not like to roll over. So you don't want to take those out with the 1500. You will burn through. So we're going to actually get rid of those with the 3000 TriZack system, and we don't have to worry about burning the edges and causing more issues that we don't want to fix. So I'm going to do this with our orbital, which we use all the time. It's an air one. Unfortunately, I have the air compressor shut off so it doesn't kick on during the video, so you can watch what's going on. So first we're going to do is we're going to wet it down again with our soapy water. And this is really key on this one, to keep this very wet, because it's such a fine sanding that you're doing. You don't want it to clog up and actually start putting swirls in the paint from aggressive sanding. So here we go. So as you can see, it didn't take too long for the 1500 scratches to actually come out of the paint job. The graphite, again, your dry guide coat, is the trick to all of this. It lets you know right away when you have started to eliminate issues in your clear. So I'm going to wipe this down. Again, just for video purposes, because normally I'll keep it wet and keep going. And we can see in a very short period of time that the color has changed on the surface again. It's gone to a very fine sheen. And you can see there's still guide coat here, guide coat along the edges, there's guide coat right here, but most of it's disappeared here. And there's guide coat over here, and then of course at the bottom of the panel where I didn't touch, it's still there. And it's still a little shady in this area right here, which means I didn't do enough passes yet, but I mean, I'll fix that before we, obviously go to polishing. So this is how you would do the 2000, 3000, and if it's a show car, would be the 5000 TriZack system. 3M makes an excellent product. There are cheaper available on the market, but they do not have the triangular abrasives that makes the TriZack cut so well and disperse its waste. So hopefully, again, this little hint I should say, on how to cut and polish a car is helping you guys out at home. These are tricks we've learned along the years, and if I can pass them along and make your guys' life a lot easier, I certainly will. So this is Gordon from A-Team Restoration. Again, have a great weekend. Hope this helps you out, and keep on restoring.